Alright, so hopefully by now you're understanding how the Pandas modules work, how we can format our data, how to sort it, stuff like that. And I'm starting to finish off this section now. So before I completely end our whole Pandas tutorial, let's go ahead and understand how can I upload my data to graphs, okay? So the first thing that's with graphs is we need to get our data, and let's go ahead and start off with age. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create a histogram based on the user's age. So back, we had created a user's data frame. So we're just going to be using that. Let's go ahead and import MatPlotLib.pyplot as PLT. And the next lines are actually going to be quite simple. So what I want you to do is say users.age.hist bins equals 30. So we're basically creating 30 or so of those square boxes of a histogram. And what we're trying to do over here is we're creating a histogram of all the users' ages. So if you don't know what a histogram is basically a bar graph, except all the bars are joined together. So there's no gap between the bars in a bar graph. And histograms are functionality a bit different, but you'll understand as we go along. So as soon as I create this, or as soon as I hit enter, I get users.age. Or at least my Python launcher opens up. So let's go ahead and see what the Python launcher looks like. Let's give it a few moments. So it seems to be bouncing around right now. Let me try doing this plt.show. Does that show us the... Yes. So calling plt.show does give us the entire histogram, so take a look. We haven't added the X label, the Y label, or the title, but this is a very simple way we can upload our data into a chart in MatPlotLib. So taking a look at the ages, as you can see from the data we had gathered some time ago, 34, 32, 33, those are the common ages. So the middle-aged man is probably the most common reviewer here. As you get younger, it slowly goes down, but this 20 to 30 group is definitely much higher. As you slowly grow older, it starts to decrease. So let me go ahead and add some X, Y labels and titles so that it'll just make our lives a bit more easy. So plt.title is going to be distribution of users' age. plt.xlabel is going to be age, and then we want the Y label to be count of users. So plt.ylabel, you want this to be count of users. So I think you saw how easy it was to get our data into a chart, okay? So it's quite simple, it doesn't take up too much time, and I think now you're realizing that how useful Pandas is in data analysis, in all this good stuff. So now taking a look at this, we have age, we have count of users, and we have distribution of age. So that's great. Again, this is how we upload data into a MatPlotLib chart. So there are many different ways you can do this. You can create scatter plots, you can create bar graphs, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and do one or two more lectures of this where I'll show you how we can create a bar graph as well. And then I'll finish off this Pandas section, okay? So that sounds good, and I'll see you in the next lecture.